don't understand completely, so be prepared for some accidentals. No, it's something that I knew all my life, and yet it is quite new to me to try to articulate it. But it's really the most basic concept. I play now. I think that most of you recognize what I play.
If I should lose you.
If I should lose you. Okay, you did lose. Yeah. It's a basic melody. My belief is that when jazz started, they only talked about melody. There were beautiful melodies, and they were playing around that melody. And it sounds the most stupid thing to say, because it is obvious. But it is not obvious when you go to a jam session in the last 15 years, and all you see is people standing in front of iPhone. And in the iPhone, they don't see melodies. So what really happened is that jazz started as a kinetic thing. There was a line. I'm moving forward. It's a kinetic thing. When I started to play jazz, there are 2 Israelis here. I grew up in Israel. It was a desert. Only camels, no real books, nothing. Even the saxophone, I made it out of a hose pipe. And we could only listen to the music and learn it by the ear. Then there were real books. I remember the first real book in Israel. And there was a line written, which is the kinetic thing, and there were chords written above that were a kind of a hint about the harmony, about the vertical thing that is happening. What happened in the last 30 or 40 years, we are losing the contact, the connection with the kinetic thing, and we become more vertical oriented. In Germany, you have lights. In Berlin, definitely, you have the green light is like that. Yeah, and the red light is like that. I like that. Yeah. So just move from the situation where we move like that into the vertical, cross like that, and it sounds like that. It sounds like that. So instead of line-oriented, being line-oriented, so we play. These are not lines. These are kind of manipulations that we do on the harmony. And some of them are extremely clever, but you know what? We are losing audience. Why we are losing audience? Because no one is interested in intellectual masturbation. Masturbation, yes. Intellectual masturbation is the most awful thing that can happen to masturbation. I tried it once. It's really ruining the moment. Okay? So you go back to the melody. The best thing that you can do to yourself is to adopt an anti-intellectual approach to jazz. Now, it's quite a stupid thing to say it in a jazz course, but this is what I believe in. It can come later, but the most important thing is to take a melody. I'll take all of me. And I asked Amos to be here, but he's asleep. So it's actually better because I'm playing completely alone. I'm exposed.
Yes.
I'm masturbating exposed. Yeah. There was no triplets, it was the leader. Ben Webster, Sarah Vaughan, each of them had different kinds of vibrato. I listened to jazz, there was no Taylor. Yeah? Actually, I like the way she looks. but actually, I like also her music, but I'm a bit, because I'm, never mind. My wife is here, sorry. But jazz was so popular because it communicated the most simple thing. It was like folk. It was the folk music of the black Americans, and folk music is there to communicate. You are from Greece, you know your bazooka. It's like Germany, you know, la 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 la. You know. This is what folk music. Jazz was the same. It wasn't an academic knowledge, it was a spirit. And if you want to play jazz properly and to communicate it to a lot of people and to enjoy what we are doing for real, we have to find a way to bond again with that spirit, with that simplicity, with that thing that we feel that when we play, we enjoy every fucking note. And the most important thing is to play the melody. I played with so many students, and I play the melody. In a way that moves you, you can start
masturbating.
You know, sorry, it actually moves me as well. But but a lot of us don't care at all about the melody. The melody is the most important thing. And why is the most important thing? And this is something that a transition that I went through. So everyone teaches jazz nowadays vertically. Yeah? This down. You see, 251, this is vertically. I decided this year to teach jazz chronologically, not to teach the technique of how to pretend to sound like a jazz musician, but actually to dig into the essence of what is playing jazz for real. To go back to the original people who invented this language, to Louis Armstrong. a very intellectually oriented music. It was spirit of resistance. They said, we are black, we are going to play the way you cannot play. You can only consume us, you will never be able to join in. And by the way, by the time we joined in, we destroyed it. We destroyed it. So we have to make sure that we fix what we destroyed. And the way to do it is to play the melody. And there are many ways to play the melody. And when you do that, you start to see that what they did was very simple. I asked all my students to try to play the melody. They struggled, but we managed eventually. And I told them, okay, now play near the melody. Anyone wants to play or to sing near the melody? You know the melody? This, no, if you don't know the melody, you can. Any melody. You want, you can do San Remo. But a tune that you all know? No. Okay, so if you don't know, you know what is the near and what is the melody. Then we will do it later, you know. And we can take any tune. I try to pick tunes that we all know, okay? So, to play next to the melody, near the melody. And I found out that it is very, very difficult for most students. Why? Because you used to see D minor and to play D minor. You don't care about the melody. So I found a trick that you can all practice. I take any melody of a song. I can go back to all of me. And from each note, they meant all of me in. You all know it? From each melody, from each note tone of the melody, I just play semitone up and semitone down. It's an idiotic exercise. is that, now I'm talking vertically, you understand that there is the 3/7, the 3 and the 7 of the chord are basically the leading notes. So we can do the same trick playing the 3 and the 7. The 3 and the 7 are basically magnetic. What you play around them, go back. You can play around them and you fall on them and it works. This is why they're called leading notes. In jazz, the melody is also magnetic. A lot because it is usually made of the 3 and 7, but even if it doesn't, it has this power. And if I will take now, I will jump into bebop. You know this tune, I'll play it slowly. Yeah, it's basically it is you just think about bass drum, where to put the bass drum, I can see. Alright? Yeah. It's a very basic melody. The base of all this beautiful sophistication comes from almost classical Germanic, it's your music, approach to music. A melody, there is a structure of a very simple melody. Bottom line, rather than thinking how to sound like a jazz musician, how to pretend, and by the way, pretense or pretending to be something is a very common thing now, not just in jazz. The doctors are pretending to heal, the teachers are pretending to teach. It was very different. Most of you are old, so we grew up in a different generation. I saw what my kids were studying in school. They didn't study how to think. They studied how to pretend to be clever. Okay? And it's exactly the same. Besides, I know that you're a teacher, so maybe you know, it's not that I'm not launching a war against you. But you probably know what I'm talking about. I speak with teachers, they see it, you know. I saw how my kids were studying math. It was outrageous. They learn tricks rather than learning how to think mathematically. This is exactly what we do in jazz. We learn to read harmony rather than produce beauty, which is the most fucking important thing. We're removing ourselves from beauty and thinking beauty instead of digging into the essence of what is beauty. And it's funny for me to say it in Germany because the idea of thinking about the essence, what it means to do A, B, or C, what it means to think aesthetically, what it means to think ethically, what it means to think about being, is the core essence of German philosophy. This is something that you invented. Hello, Kant, Schopenhauer. I did okay? This is your domain. When it comes to jazz, it is the same. Don't think like Americans. They fucked up the world. Go back to the Germans, get into the essence. And the other day, I put the WDR big band. They played some beautiful arrangement, and I wrote on Facebook, let's Germans make American music great again. I wanted that to annoy some of my American friends. Okay, so I go back to, I was promising to come with the line, which should take you time. How do you make the line? What is it about this line that makes it so lovable, so catchy? These are the questions that we have to ask. And how do we reproduce this catchiness, which is where we listen to the greatest? And how do we take it to the next stage, playing near the melody? And by the way, when you want to play another old tune, this is one of the most catchy jazz tunes. It wasn't written as a jazz tune. Why is it so catchy? Huh? There is a sequence, there is a repetition. This is what I think. There's question and answer. Now the way I'm going to get into trouble.
You are already.
You know, no, but there is, I always, when I hear this tune, I hear a moaning woman. You know, when are you going to wash the car? Da 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 da. And if you don't do it, no sex. You know, kind of. No, it's not. It's my. Before we got married, you know. And she repeated it again and again, you know, it's like, whoa, and again. And he said, I can take it, I can let it reach, yeah? Da 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 da. And she comes back, da 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 da. It's obvious. This is what makes it jazz tune. There is a story.
You killed the tune, man. You killed the tune.
You tell me after you sing it next time. You completely your approach. Okay, this is one approach. You can have, okay, you can have the miserable aspect.
You have a very limited.
Okay, any jazz tune. This is kind of an extended question. Yeah? Okay, it's true. I'm very limited. They're kind of passive aggressive. But you develop your own approach to it. This is the way, one of the ways to give a tune a meaning. So if I take or something, yeah? And maybe I have to break it now because she still doesn't. And then she comes. And the idiot again. Yeah, this is a story. And you play that, and the audience start to come. Because it is more interesting than intellectual masturbation.